All right, shalom to the elect men, women, and children of the nation of Israel. All right, the nation of Yasha Allah, who are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, I want to say shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim Awashai, Bashim Chak. That's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of His Son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai. He's the Savior of the nation of Israel, of the nation of Yasha Allah. Okay, which consists of the ignorantly so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. All right, and I want to say shalom, double honors, and salutations unto the apostles and the elders. All right, the true leaders that the Most High set up over the nation of Israel, that being the apostles and the elders of Yasha Allah. And shalom and honors unto you brothers out there that's fighting and enduring for your crown. Okay, fighting the good fight of faith, and pursuing in this work and labor of love, all in the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Okay, I'm the brother Tazak coming back with another video epistle. Okay, got an article here that I want to go into and bring out a few precepts, and this is Lord willing, this should be a short video, but I just want to go into this article that came out a few days ago on Yahoo News. Okay. It's news.yahoo.com, and it's entitled "Pandemic Has Driven Americans to Depression and Drinking," CDC says. Okay, and this pandemic, so to speak, or plandemic, this COVID 1984 plandemic, pretty much the shutdown and everything began back in late March. So what, 5 months ago, March, April, May, June, July, August, 5 months ago, going on 6. And things are slowly kind of opening back up, but they're talking about another shutdown come this winter, come this fall into the winter. And 5 months ago, and that's pretty much the point I want to make, that it's only been 5 months and people have been driven to what it says, depression and drinking, because people are stressed out from not having jobs, from not getting that pay that they're used to. A lot of these business owners, okay, they're going out of business because they can't get they're not getting that same revenue that they were once getting pre-COVID. People are enjoying themselves like they used to, because things are shut down, like the recreational activities, so to speak. All right, the sports and the movies and all that. Like, I was passing by the movie theater not too long ago, and I think it was a couple of days ago, out here, right down the street, and it's still shut down. So people can't enjoy themselves like they used to. Now, let me start off with this precept before I get into this article. This is because this is the first precept that came to mind. Okay, 2nd Ezra chapter 8 verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Okay, and see, these Americans, they've been walking in because America is the proudest nation on this planet. All right, they've been walking in this great pride because all these wars taking place in the earth. Okay, all the destruction that you see taking place around the world, it hasn't touched this place yet. So these people have been walking in that pride, and they've been in that spirit of nothing's ever going to come to this place. No harm, no judgment, no devastation is going to come to America, and that's contrary to what the scriptures say, because the Lord said that as we approach these end times, all right, the Lord said that all these calamities, all destruction, all the destruction is going to come to Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, and that's in Isaiah 47. Okay, real quick, I want to get that word misery. Okay, all right. So just actually, dang, I had to pull it up. Misery, and just on the Google, it says a state or feeling of distress or discomfort of body or mind, a cause or source of great distress or discomfort, unhappiness, All right, it's been a lot of unhappiness here in the land of Babylon. All right, in the land of America, distress. It says hardship. People are going through hardships now. Just a few minutes ago, before I hit play, okay, they were saying that the bus drivers are being laid off up here in Western Washington because of the schools going to remote learning. Okay, so those bus drivers are out of a job basically, and that's in the scriptures where it talks about in Ecclesiastes, the grinding shall cease. Okay, what's that? Ecclesiastes, I believe it's in chapter 12. All right, not Ecclesiasticus, but Ecclesiastes in the Bible. Okay, let me see if I can find that, because a lot of people are losing their jobs due to this whole coronavirus thing, you know, and that's causing hardship and unhappiness and gloom and doom, and people to be stressed out, and people to go off the hinges. You know, that's why people are snapping every time you look up. It's a bunch of videos of people just going crazy, you know, screaming. You know, if somebody tell them to put the mask on, they screaming, they're going crazy. If somebody says anything to them now, you know, they're off the hinges. All right. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4. It says, actually, man, I can start up at verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. All right, who was that? Them elites, okay, them top banking families, okay, and they are trembling. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. All right, that's talking about the jobs, man. Okay, and the jobs are few out here. They're few and far in between. I remember before this shutdown happened, me and one of the brothers up here, okay, the brother in the Great Millstone Northwest camp, you know, we seen each other at a class we had, and you know, we just started chopping it up, and we were talking about how soon there's not going to be any jobs out here. The only jobs is going to be construction, military, and medical. You know, and sure enough, you see how, and this was right before they shut everything down. This was back in February. You know, and you see now how everything is phasing out, and everything, all these jobs are going out the window. All right, and sure enough, the only jobs that's really left is construction, medical, and military. Okay, you still got the supermarket workers that's hanging on the hinges, all right, or hanging on the thread, but that's about to be out the window soon. Okay, I think I was going in on it this past week, or I did a video on it last week, but they have a food warehouse up here where they're stocking up on a bunch of food for this next wave, they're saying. Okay, and they have a bunch of peanut butter, a bunch of pasta, something else they said they had, and it's like a huge warehouse out here in Fife, you know, which is not too far from Seattle, and they're preparing for the next wave, you know, and who you think they're going to have distributing that food? The military. Right down the street, I say close in this area, okay, there's a food bank close to this area by my house, and right in the parking lot they have every day they have a soldier out there posted. Okay, so soon they're gonna have a checkpoint set up. All right, they're gonna have military soldiers at those checkpoints, and the only way you're gonna be able to get that food from them food banks and these food warehouses is from those soldiers, man. It's gonna be rationed out. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows shall be darkened. Right. So like the stock markets and the economic advisors, the what's the word? Those that are well knowledgeable in the economy and the stock market. I forget. I can't think of the word right now. You know, but those people that experts. That's the word. You know, those experts, they're not going to have the answers in these last days, because it's going to be so much that the Most High is going to be throwing at this place at Babylon the Great. Okay, what it say? Many great miseries. Okay, hey, the word "great" alone. Okay, that means I'll just get a definition. Okay, great. When something's great, okay, that means that it says great of an extent, amount, or intensity considerably above the normal or average. Okay, substantial of ability, quality, or eminence considerably above normal or average. Okay, so pretty much the miseries is going to be the Lord's going to have those miseries bombarding this place, man. All right, back to back to back, like it is already. Okay, and it's not just going to happen here in America. It's going to be happening all around the world. But the difference is when it hits America, it's going to be at a exponential rate. Okay, at a great rate. Okay, like just real quick, just like the COVID um, um, around the world, you have cases, but the most cases was here in America. Okay, even if they are playing with the numbers and everything, the most cases was here in America. So when these plagues and these pestilences and these prophecies come here to America, America's going to be number one. All right, in these miseries, they love being number one. Verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. See, and we see that the doors are shut in the streets, man. Okay, and the sound of the grinding is low. All right, and they're talking about bringing in robots to do people's jobs. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yep, and this music is crap. Just like Apostle Gavar always says that, man. This music is whack as hell, man. All right. That new song "WAP" by what's her name, Cardi B. That shows that, and Megan Thee Stallion. That shows you that the daughters of music have definitely been brought low. All right, this music is whack. But going back to the article real quick, it says pandemic has driven Americans to depression and drinking. CDC says, and most of this is these Edomites, man. Okay, because us Jakes, all right, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, we've been in the state of misery. We've been on the bottom. Okay, we've been under these curses. But now things are flipping. Okay, the Most High is taking these curses up off of us and putting them onto our enemies, man. All right, these other nations, and they can't handle it. That's what. Let's see, they're listening, but they can't handle it. They can't handle these curses. They can't handle just a small 5 months. So, hey, if they can't handle that, So I'm going to read some of the article. It says the coronavirus pandemic has led to a marked deterioration in Americans' mental health, according to a new Centers for Disease Control and Prevention study made public on Thursday. Hey, that's a pandemic stress, okay? And that's what I wanted to say. These Edomites, okay, and these heathens, but mainly these Edomites, okay, these so-called Caucasians, they can't handle 5 months of stress. And they're being depressed over that. Hey, man, you got slavery coming to you, man. Okay, you're really about to be going through something. Okay, you're really about to be miserable when Yahweh Shah comes back and takes the kingdom away from you, man. Okay, takes your power away from you. Okay, and establish the kingdom of righteousness. You're about to be in slavery for 1,000 years, man. Okay, so this is just the beginning. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. This is just the beginning. It says, according to a new Center for Disease Control and Prevention study made public on Thursday, the study, which surveyed 5,412 Americans, found that 40.9% of respondents reported at least one adverse mental or behavioral health condition. And these are Edomites, and they're overdosing on drugs, they're killing themselves. This is stuff they're not really putting in the news. These Edomites are offing themselves, they're killing their family members, they're overdosing on pills and meth and all types of stuff, man. Okay, they're bugging out because they know. Well, let's read it. Okay, the scriptures say it better. I can quote it, but I want to get it. Revelation 12:12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." See, So this is from the top devil, all right, the top false accuser, okay, these Edomites, down to the lower level Edomites, man. Okay, they're bugging out because they know they got a short time. Okay, so now they're lashing out. And what do they do when they lash out? The only thing they can do, be carnal, you know. It says, according to the new study, 31% of respondents were suffering from symptoms of anxiety or depression. 26% experienced symptoms of traumatic disorder. 13% were using drugs or alcohol more heavily, see that, for the first time to cope with the pandemic. And 11% had seriously contemplated suicide. See? Hey, I'm reading this article live with y'all, man. You know, I didn't even know the article said that. So they there you go. There you have it. It says younger adults, racial, ethnic minorities, essential workers, and unpaid adult caregivers reported having experienced disproportionately worse mental health outcomes than other groups. And see, and they're always going to try to tie this to Jake, man. All right, they're always going to try to put this to Jake. They're never going to expose themselves. These Edomites are doing worse than Jake, man. Okay, because they have way more to lose. Okay, what was that? The Pizza Hut. I forget the name of the company, but the owner of Pizza Hut and Wendy's, they filed for bankruptcy, and they're shutting down a lot of Pizza Hut chains. Okay, the pepperoni, all right, the pepperoni is becoming scarce now. Okay, so people, and then it said pepperoni and cheese. Okay, this was another article. Pepperoni and cheese is becoming scarce. Which pepperoni is pork anyway. You ain't supposed to be eating that, you know. But that's becoming scarce, and that's a staple of these Edomites dinner right there. That pepperoni pizza, you know. So hey, the Most High is taking the fun away from this place, man. The fun away from these Edomites, the fun away from these heathens. Okay, and even 2/3 of the nation of Israel, you know. But I'm pinpointing specifically on these Edomites because this is the end of their rulership, man. This is the end of their fun, the end of their heaven. Okay, so they're in misery. All right, while hey, the hopeful elect is in a state of rejoicing, man. Okay, because we see all these signs happening. We know the Lord is on his way back to take us up out of this captivity, man. Okay, the chariots are showing themselves more and more. Okay, the Lord is on the doorstep. Okay. So we're about to enter into the house of mirth, man, into the house of rejoicing, okay? While these heathens, okay, starting with Esau, is about to enter into the house of misery, okay, the house of mourning, all right? It says these findings represent levels of psychological distress, higher relative to pre-pandemic levels. Anxiety symptoms, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of people not dying from COVID, but dying from overdoses and dying from that from cognac, and what's that whiskey, dying from that whiskey, you know, whiskey overdosing, all right. Obesity, people are overeating. Anxiety symptoms triple in incidents compared with the same period in 2019. The incidence of depression symptoms quadrupled. The rate of serious suicidal thoughts doubled in comparison to levels recorded in 2018. Okay, and they're gonna like I said, they're gonna constantly try to put Jake as the face of this because they got people of color have suffered disproportionately from the pandemic in terms of infection rate. See, so Jake is the face of COVID. You know, Jake is the face of depression. Jake is the face of suicides. That's how Esau pushes. That's the deceiver for you, the devil. You know, but these Edomites are going through it. Okay, and what does it say here in Isaiah? Isaiah 48 and 22. It says, "There is no peace," said the Lord, "unto the wicked." That's right, man. Okay, so you devils, you're not sleeping good at night, man. Okay, there is no peace unto you. Okay, and even more so now. The Most High is turning the heat up on y'all and taking your fun away from you. Okay, and now these Edomites are going through great miseries and they can't handle it. Okay, but guess what? It's more to come, man. All right, the Most High is about to take these curses up off of us and put them onto you. Deuteronomy, that's in Deuteronomy. Okay, I'm about to bring it to a close. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. See? So the main one is Esau, because when you go to Psalms 83, it talks about all the heathens that's in league, but it starts off with Esau. Okay, so Esau, these curses are going to go be upon the curses in Deuteronomy 28:15 on down to 68. They're going to be put upon all the heathen nations, but more importantly, Esau. Okay, Esau is going to get it the worst. All right, I have a precept next to that, tied to that, Isaiah 51:23. Let me see what that says. Isaiah 51:23. Okay, and it says, but I will put it in the hand of them. Hold on, let me start up verse 20. Verse 21. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine. Thus said the Lord thy power. It's talking about the Israelites. Thus said the Lord thy power. Okay, I'm sorry. Thus said the Lord, thy Lord, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, and thy power, that pleaded the cause of his people, who was his people, the Israelites, the ignorantly so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling. See, going back to the curses, man. Okay, because it speaks about that. You know, how we will say, we hope we make it to the evening, or roughly, this is roughly phrasing. You know, we hope we make it to the evening, or we hope we make it to the next morning. You know, because we're under these curses, man. It says, even the dregs of the cup of my fury, thou shalt no more drink it again. See? So, hey, that ties in with, I think that's in Micah, okay? Where it says, affliction, it's like I'm running out of fingers. Affliction shall not rise up a second time. I think that's in Micah. It's either Micah or Nahum. Okay. It's got to be Nahum then. Nahum 1:9 maybe. Yeah, Nahum 1:9. It says, what do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. See? So we're not going to be afflicted the second time, man. We're not going to drink of that cup again, man. Okay, this is it. Once the Lord comes back and delivers his elect, Lord willing, we're part of that number. All right, us being a hopeful elect. Once the Lord delivers his elect and ushers in his kingdom, we're not, as a people, us Israelites, we're not ever going back into slavery. Okay, we're never going to be afflicted again by these heathens, man. Okay, verse 23. But I will put into the hand of them that afflict thee, starting with Esau. Okay, and you can read about it in Psalm 83. The rest of the nations, right along with Esau, these heathens, which have said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. See? So the Most High is going to put these curses upon them, and it's already happening, man. Okay, you see, they bugging out. They're trying to say, oh, Jake is the ones that's the most oppressed and drinking. No, these Edomites are going through it. Down there at that food bank, man, I guarantee, I'm telling you, it's mostly Edomites in those lines. Okay, I've seen it with my own eyes. It's mostly Edomites in those lines. Okay, so these Edomites, they're losing it. Okay, they're losing it because these curses, like it say, Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses, in Deuteronomy 28:15 on down, upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. See? So they're going through it, man. All right, let me get this. And I'm going to bring it to a close. This is Isaiah chapter 57, verse 20. Verse 20. It says, but the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest. See? And they're not getting no sleep, man. Okay, they're sitting up late at night drinking. All right, arguing with their spouses. Okay, divorce rates are through the roof. Most of those are Edomites, man. They're losing money. Okay, they're losing their businesses. All right, because they don't have faith. All right, shut up. Hey man, that goes to show you Esau be listening all the time, man. They want to be like the Most High, you know. But hey, the Most High about to come and take you down, Esau. All right. It says, but the wicked are like the troubled sea when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, said my power, to the wicked. See? So there is no peace unto the wicked. Who's the wicked? Esau. Okay? Esau is the wicked. So these curses are about to befall Esau. Well, they already began. Okay? And it's just the beginning. Okay, this is just the beginning. Because when your house shot comes back, it's gonna be worse. All right, you Edomites can't handle this little bit of pressure. Okay, this little bit of adversity. Okay, well hell, hey, there's more to come. I'm gonna just say it like that. It's more to come. All right, you going into slavery, Esau. You know. So with that, man, I pray this edifying unto the elect. I'm gonna say shalom and a baba ball.